What is up, you guys? It's Nat. Welcome to my video. Today we are doing a speed build and it is called Spacious Colonial because I couldn't think of a better name. So guys, we are building a traditional colonial home, and this home can fit, let's see, 4 Sims, which is pretty cool if you ask me. I mean, it's not a crazy number or anything, but you know. So this colonial home can fit your 4 Sims. It has 2 stories. It has a boys' room, a girls' room, or, you know, whatever you want. I don't judge, guys. I don't judge. I just built a boys' room and a girls' room. But anyways, boys' room, girls' room. It has a master room with an ensuite because I feel like that's something that I always do in my builds. Everyone wants an ensuite in their master bedroom. It has a nice front porch. And then, of course, has a backyard. There is no pool in this build, but, you know, backyard's quaint and nice. Now, here, let's see, yeah, I had the roof flipped the front way, and I was like, that kind of looks like a country house. What am I doing wrong? Oh, wait, gotta flip the roof sideways, so that's what I did. But right now, just picking out some roof colors. Wind up going for a traditional, just kind of like brick and white paneling with black roofing. It's very similar to, it doesn't look like my Nana's house, but she lives in this townhouse. It's very colonial style built. Looks nothing like this, but it has the same like white paneling, red brick staircase, etc., etc. So took some inspiration from her house just for the outdoors. We have some nice white windows with some black, whatchamacallits, oh my goodness, almost said shingles. Ooh, yeah, what are they called? Shutters. They're called shutters. Oh, come on, Nat. Okay. See, we're only 2 minutes into this build, but this is a 32-minute long build, so I am doing this in one take and one take only. So I apologize if I mess up, but it's Sunday, it's rainy out, so I'm very tired. Does anybody else feel that way? Like when it's raining? Like, I absolutely adore rain. I love rainy weather. But waking up to rain is so difficult because I just feel like it makes me so drowsy and so tired. Like this morning, I woke up around 8 and rolled back over and went back to bed. Woke up around 9 and then laid in bed for half an hour because it was just so hard to get up. Like, does anybody else feel that way? I don't know. I love the rain. It calms me down. I love rain so much, but it makes me so stinking tired. So if I mess up or anything, that's just why. It's raining out right now. Hurricane season, yay! In Massachusetts. I love it, don't you guys? Speaking of which, is anybody watching that Hurricane Irma? Because I know that I am, because we just had Texas get hit with Harvey, and I don't think it's finished yet. I know that they said to expect more rain this coming week. Hey guys, welcome to the news. This is Nat telling you the weather. But I've been watching it because I do have friends down along the south coast, and so I've been very worried about their safety. But I believe they said it's coming to an end, but to expect more rain. And now everyone up here is like freaking out about Hurricane Irma because it's too early to figure out if it's going to hit or not, and if it's going to hit exactly where. I've heard predictions of it hitting the New York area, which means I'd probably just get some. I wouldn't get like the heavy bits of it, but I would get probably hit with like, what am I even saying right now? You know, like when a hurricane has like the outer rings and stuff, and then like the inner eye, like they would get the eye, I would get the outer ring. I would get the, like, you know, bad winds and rain, but they would probably get the more like destruction. So everybody's keeping an eye on that. And, you know, that's just a jolly good time. Love hurricane season, guys. A couple years ago, more than a couple years ago now, it was actually 5 years ago, was my first year of college, and the first week that I went to school for the first time, we had this huge, horrible hurricane. I cannot remember the name of it, but it hit around late August, and I saw some, like, post the other day that was, like August 29th for the past, like, 4 or 5 years has been a hurricane, which is funny to me, so I cannot distinctly remember the name of it, but whatever it was, big bad hurricane that came and hit my first week of college. everything was a mess. I came home that weekend, and I live in like a swampy, foresty area in Massachusetts. So when I came home, we had all these giant trees, and about 5 of them were completely uprooted from the ground. Not like knocked over, but like uprooted. If you guys somehow don't understand what I'm saying, that means that there were roots pulled out of the ground because the winds were so strong. How my house was still standing, I really don't know. But yeah, so that was a fun hurricane. We lost power. We were without. I can't remember was that hurricane or hurricane the next year, but there was a hurricane where I was without power for about a week. Wasn't really fun, you guys, considering that I was like an introverted individual who like didn't want to go outdoors, didn't want to do anything, just wanted to be like online and in my own space in my bedroom. So yeah, we see lots of fun hurricanes, and so just seeing the devastation of Harvey, like, it's scary to see that and then be told, oh, there's another hurricane coming and it might hit you. So I've been freaking about my friends in Texas, and now they're freaking out about me, and it's just this big whole freaking out anxious mess. So guys, if you live on the East Coast like I do, don't there are some fake forecasts out there like predicting it to hit Texas and Mexico and stuff like that again. Don't look at those and believe them, because there are fake ones going around. It is too early to predict landfall right now, but the most accurate prediction that I got was for it to hit the New York City area. So guys, I saw lots of posts from like weather people, from forecasters like storm chasers, like telling us like don't panic. But if you want to go out and buy supplies now, that might not be a bad idea while the lines are short. Don't go when everybody's swarming the stores and then everybody's out of stock of like everything that you need. So, heed that warning as you will. And yeah, just be like really careful, guys, okay? I know I will be preparing for it. I've got my eyes peeled on it. So if it does start heading our way, I'm going to be, as ready as I can be. Hopefully we don't get any flooding, and if we do, yikes. So, but anyways, so talking about storms and hurricanes, okay, what can I transition into now? How about we talk about the build for a second? I know I talked about the build a little bit earlier, but now we've built 2 rooms, and I haven't talked about them at all. We first built the dining room, or I guess if you want to say did we technically first build the what you call it, the foyer? I don't know. Did we do much in there yet? We put a little bit in there eventually. It might be later on. But we built the dining room, which is cut off from the kitchen. And honestly, when I look back at it now, I wonder if I should have built the kitchen and the living room together, or if I should have built the kitchen and the dining room together and then the living room separate. I don't know, guys. I did what I did, and honestly, I don't mind it, okay? I think it looks a bit more traditional this way, just having the dining room in its own separate room, its own separate space. We have some very nice dark wood furniture in there, makes everything look nice and classy. We have some seating chairs, some nice old-fashioned lamps. Like I said, went for a very traditional look with this one. And then we hopped over across the hall and decided to make a small study area, because I know not all my houses have studies in them, but to me, like, a study is a must-have. Like, right now, I'm recording my audio in a bonus room above my garage. It is not a study at all. It's more of a storage, like, game room area. It's just an old mess, but we did have a really, really nice study down my basement. Problem is, though, we never really used it, never really renovated it after the original owners moved out, and now it's, like, got mold in it, and it's just dark, and there's, like, no electricity, and it's just really sad. So, study is a must-have, in my opinion, especially if you do a lot of work from home like I do. If you guys don't know, I'm a graphic designer, so, like, I'm in between contracts right now, which is kind of, sad, but oh well. Need that money. Self-plug! But, job market's a little rough right now, so sometimes I do contracts. I haven't found full-time work yet, but I do also freelance for myself, so I do lots of work at home, and trying to get it all done in my bedroom is really hard, so I'm really glad that I made this space upstairs for myself. The problem is, I have, like, no Wi-Fi up here right now. I do and I don't. It's a very, very weak signal because it's just so far away from our main office. So I'm going to try to get a signal strengthener thing up here eventually. Although of course, hopefully, one day soon-ish, I can like move out of here and have my own place and make sure it's set up to my standards, make sure that I have everything that I need for my work. But oh well. Um, I do what I gotta do, guys, because I enjoy this a lot. I enjoy my field of work, and I enjoy this as well, which is a hobby. And I also kind of treat it like work because, I try to make sure I have a schedule, try to make sure I get my videos out. And I am an AdSense partner with YouTube, in case if you guys, haven't noticed yet those little ads that pop up on the video. Yeah, I don't make a lot of money right now from my videos, obviously, because my channel is still pretty small since my return to YouTube. But, hey, if you can ever make money from anything that you enjoy, like anything at all, that's great. So, advice from Nat, do what you love, and one way or another, the money will come, hopefully. And if it doesn't, do it anyway because it makes you happy. Money isn't everything, guys. So, I say that as I'm building a very regal, traditional colonial home with lots of very expensive, like, paintings and furniture in it, but oh well. We go for this sort of powder blue look in the living room, which I do really enjoy. I think it bounces off the dark wood in a nice way. And then we wind up adding in some French doors. I think it's French doors. Yeah, because I don't think I do sliders. I think I do French doors that go out to the back patio. And we actually encompass those in some nice powder blue curtains, which I think gives the whole, yeah, there's some French doors. Just gives the whole aesthetic that really, like, nice sense of traditional and just, I don't know, beautiful. I can't come up with words right now. I'm gonna try not to like point out specific things that are happening. If you guys notice that I say, oh, saving the game, but I don't save the game until like maybe 5 or 10 seconds later, that's because sometimes, like, when you're sitting up here recording audio, when you're sitting anywhere recording audio for a YouTube video, especially for a video that is 32 minutes long, your voice starts to crack. You might say a lot, and you start tripping over your words. You might need a drink of water, and you don't want your listeners to be sitting there listening to you drink water and go like 5 million times. So sometimes, guys, behind the scenes we have to cut stuff out. So I apologize if I say anything that like doesn't make sense, or if I say, oh, saving my game, or oh, and now we're on to this room, but doesn't come until 5 or 10 seconds later on. I do apologize for that. Speaking of which, you probably just saw, or not saw, but heard a cut because, well, you wouldn't have heard it because it was a cut. Well, regardless, you wouldn't have heard me just take a drink of water. So, yeah. Oh, I'm so awkward. But anyways, guys, we're now in the suite. The suite. We're in the suite. We're in the master suite. So the main bedroom for your parents, trying to find some nice dark wood furniture to go with these floors. And I'm really, really trying to stick to traditional colonial home styles. My Nana's house has lots of like this white paneling on the floor and the ceiling, lots of very traditional like floral wallpapers, and honestly, guys, it's a beautiful house. So I'm really, really trying to take from that and just incorporate what I can. I don't know. Actually, yeah, I think that the bedroom remains yellow because we're going with like a very yellow look right now. I do believe it stays that way. So just trying to fill it with kind of older looking furniture. Still trying to keep it looking nice though. Trying to fit in a carpet because, I don't know, guys. I know a lot of people like carpet all of their bedrooms in The Sims. I'm just not a fan of that, but that may just be because my bedroom does not have carpeting in it, nor does my parents' bedroom. I feel like that's kind of an old thing, like I don't know, like an 80s, 90s thing. That probably makes no sense, but I just feel like, like when I was a kid growing up, like in my first house, yeah, every bedroom had carpeting in it. I think most of the house had carpeting in it, but now I feel like when you go and you look at nice, beautiful, like new homes, they have all these nice wood floors, and they don't necessarily have a ton of carpeting. And I don't know if that's because we've just kind of realized, like, hey, carpeting kind of holds dust and, like, pet dandruff and just gross stuff. Like, maybe we shouldn't use carpeting so much, unless if we absolutely have to. But I don't know. I don't know the reasoning. All I know is that you don't see carpeted bedrooms as much as you used to, in my opinion, at least in newer built homes. And then even, like, older ones. I don't know. I feel like there was this, I should research this, you guys. There was just this odd timing, in my opinion, where homes were built with carpeting in the bedrooms. Or maybe it just depends on the style of home. I don't know. My Nana's colonial home does have carpeting in the bedroom, although I think she actually just had it taken up because it was very old. In this bedroom, I just chose not to put it. I typically choose not to put it into my bedrooms just because I like the look of the wood flooring better. It might partially have to do with the fact that I think the carpeting kind of looks bad in The Sims 4. I'm not a big fan of the texture. I'm not a big fan of the colors that we are provided with. So I don't know, guys. That's just me. I don't have carpeting in my bedroom, nor do my parents. So you know, I like area rugs, okay? I like the use of area rugs because I feel like it doesn't make the room look so, I don't know, I was about to say as full, but does that really make sense, especially in The Sims? Like as full, like what? Like I don't know. I just feel like it nicely frames the furniture. It nicely frames the room in a way. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm talking much nonsense right now. I do not have an interior design degree. I do not have an architecture degree. I know what I like, guys, okay? So I use carpeting sometimes, but not very often. I prefer space, area rugs, whatever you want to call them. I used to have carpeting in the bedroom that I have here, but I don't think it fully touched the walls. But this was when I was a kid. So my dad is a carpenter, so he had like a custom carpet made for me. It was like green and white, and it went with this wallpaper that like I got to pick out my room's wallpaper. So like I had blue cloud wallpaper on top, and then it was painted. I can't even remember what. It was painted something else on the bottom. And then it had like white paneling on top, bottom, and middle. My room has been redone now, obviously, but like I had like this custom carpet made for me by my dad. Nothing super fancy. It was just like green and white, and then had my wallpaper chosen. So like I had carpeting at one point, but then I took it up when I got older. And I got this like big shaggy space rug that took up most of my room, and it was like blues and purples, and it went with like the new colors in my room that I chose out. Because like my favorite color is purple. But that thing, guys, about shag carpeting holds a lot of stuff. So I would go in there and try to vacuum it, and even when we had a really, really strong vacuum, it could not pick things out of that carpet. So it had like, I don't want to sound gross, but it definitely had like crumbs and like my dog's hair. If you dropped a coin, say goodbye because it was gone. And like every now and then, like I would have to move my furniture and pull it up just so that like I could shake the stuff out of it. It was really, really gross, you guys. At least like it was really nice at first, but then just after years of owning it and trying to wash it and never being able to like actually do that, I ditched it. And I went in and I polished my own bedroom floor. And I mean, now it's not really like polished and nice looking, but I try to keep it clean. But it's so much easier to clean the floor now because I can just go in there with a broom and sweep my room up. So that works. Hey guys, okay, sorry. So there was like an awkward pause in my game, and nope, okay, we're good, we're back. um, doing the bathrooms right now, but I had this awkward pause where I must have gotten up for food or the bathroom or something because I was working on the parents' ensuite bathroom and then just kind of left, and it was probably like 15 or 20 seconds worth of just me just sitting here, and it's like, if I can make this video any shorter than I can, I definitely will, just because right now it is 32 minutes long. I've pulled out a couple seconds of footage, but I'm having an issue because this build, not sped up, took 4 hours to build, you guys. And that includes breaks and stuff, but it took me 4 hours to do because I was just trying to be so detail oriented, and I was trying to figure out a good floor plan. And honestly, I'm really, really happy with how this build came out. Like, I'm actually extremely happy with it. But yeah, it took me 4 hours. So if there's any way that I can shorten this, I'm definitely going to. So if you see any odd jumps like that, or like obviously if there's an odd jump like that, I'll come back and be like, hey guys, sorry, I did this. Mer. Then you'll know, but you won't. If I didn't say anything, you wouldn't know. So why am I feel like I'm digging myself a hole right now, like pointing out a problem to you that you probably wouldn't even notice because it's edited out for a reason. Why do I do this to myself? Anyways, we're working on the kids' bathroom right now. Like I said, it's fit for 2 kids, and so I kind of made it like, I don't know if they'd be like, twins or just older brother and sister, whatever, but they pretty much have a dedicated bathroom. Now, I know. I did not put a bathroom in on the first floor. I apologize. I wanted to, but just kind of didn't think of it, and decided to just roll with it because like I keep referring to my nana's house, but like she's like the colonial house that I know. Spent a lot of time there, guys, and still do. So like, um visit your grandparents, kids. But anyways, she does have a bathroom on the first floor, but it's very, very teeny tiny. It literally has a sink and a toilet, and uh I would think in The Sims it's probably like 2 grid squares. Not even 2 by 2. I literally mean like 2 grid squares. Like it is very, very tiny. And it's kind of like crammed into our kitchen space. So I was thinking, oh, I could do something like that. Probably could have figured out something like maybe take away some of the study space and like put the entrance into the kitchen. But like, I don't know, guys. I didn't want to do that. So if the guests have to use the bathroom, I'm sorry. They're going to be using the kids' bathroom upstairs. I don't think they'll care that much. Okay, maybe they would, but oh well. If you guys want to add a bathroom, you can. The bathroom is definitely a little bit spacious, but I was just trying to think like, traditional homes, spacious bathrooms, and especially if 2 kids are sharing it, you might as well have as much space as you can. So right now, we're working on the girls' bedroom, just trying to figure out a carpet to throw in there. Just trying to figure out a carpet situation, throwing in a desk and a chair. All this stuff gets moved, you guys. I'm just trying to figure out a sense of what I want in here. Now, I keep telling myself I'm going to stop going so ham on like clutter objects because I don't know whose Sims are moving in here. Like, I feel like it's nice to have a room, or not room, a home fully furnished when you're downloading it for The Sims. But at the same time, I feel like I would save myself a lot of time building if I just didn't furnish them so heavily. Because I don't know what your Sims are going to want. I don't know what their hobbies are. But I went really ham in these bedrooms, you guys. So this girl, I imagined her being maybe a little bit artsy. We do wind up putting an easel in here eventually. Those suitcases, I wind up moving them. I really enjoy those suitcases. I actually think they're really cute, and they make me think of someone who would want to travel. And they also have this like kind of vintage look to them. So I figured that maybe this girl is going to be someone who wants to travel one day and become like a painter or a photographer. Um, we do put a painting easel in here. We move those suitcases, and I believe we put them right next to her easel, so it kind of becomes a still life area where she can paint from reference. She's right by her window, so she can get some like nice looks outside as well. Just try to give her this nice little artsy space in her bedroom. Like she has the room for it, kind of. It is a crammed bedroom full of stuff, but like it is a spacious bedroom, so you know that I think I also wind up giving her a guitar. But I mean, come on, guys. I think, like, especially us, I don't know about other countries in the world, but like in America, I feel like we all go through unless if you're homeschooled, now I know how that works, but if you go to public school or private school, I'm pretty sure we are all required to play an instrument at some point. So I just figured maybe she played guitar at some point or still does play guitar. I'm pretty sure I give her a guitar. I'm pretty sure it stays in there. If it doesn't, I apologize if I'm going on this tangent right now. But guys, we all definitely played musical instruments at some point, right? It's not just me. Like, I'm pretty sure in like 3rd grade is when they made you do recorder. And then when I got to, I don't know if it was like 4th or 5th grade, but like I had to pick an actual instrument. And so I had to go to this showcase where all these older students were showing off their instruments and how to play them. And guess what Nat does? Nat, at this young, vibrant, prepubescent age of about 9 or 10, says, I like SpongeBob. Oh, hey, look! Someone's playing the clarinet. I could be just like Squidward. Clarinet's similar to a recorder, right? Yeah? I'm gonna play that. And guess what, guys? Nat played clarinet for about 3 years and never got any better at it. And I still have it. It's actually in the den in my parents' house. My mom is a musician, and so she has this like music room. So she has my clarinet just kind of on display, like a display instrument, just to kind of like dress up the place. And guys, Guys, I never learned how to read sheet music. I think I did clarinet for about 3 years and I could never ever learn the sheet music. And my last year was the worst year and is the year when I quit clarinet because I was so done. I had this teacher who was so obnoxious. If you did not remember your clarinet, like you had to bring it to school, and I think I had practice like on Mondays. So if you played a specific instrument, you were usually in the school band, which was completely different on its own. Like I'm pretty sure that was an after school thing, or it was just a class you had to take during the day. I can't remember. But you actually had these times, I think once a week, where you would get pulled out of class. So like if I had math or something like score, I can get out of math early. Like probably halfway through class, you would get a note or a pass or whatever for the year that just said, "Oh, I have this musical instrument class going on. I have to go to it. Sayonara, peace out." Um, so I got to leave whatever class it was early. I'm pretty sure it was on Mondays, but I had this teacher who, God forbid, if you forgot your clarinet, which by the way, you could not keep at the school because they wanted you to take it home and practice. And I'm sorry, but like fourth, fifth, sixth graders, like trying to practice instruments at home, especially wind instruments, unless if they're really good, but I wasn't. So I don't think my parents were really wanting to listen to me practice that thing. um, on the 24/7 365. So, but they wouldn't let you keep at the school. I had this other teacher who did, but this guy was just like, "No, you can't do that." Okay, thanks, dude. That's totally nice of you. So, you had to remember this thing on this specific school day once a week. And guys, we're young kids. And, our parents are trying to get us out of bed early in the morning. We don't want to go to school. We don't always remember our stuff, okay? So, me being wonderful, forgetful Nat, there was this one day that I forgot my clarinet, and all I could think was, "Dear God, I do not want to go to clarinet practice," but I had to. I actually think I tried skipping. The teacher called my teacher for that period and was like, "Hey, why isn't Nat in clarinet practice? Like, do you have a test going on?" The teacher was like, "Hey, Nat, why didn't you go?" I'm like, uh, and I had to go. So I show up and he's like, "Oh, you forgot your clarinet?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, here's a pencil. Pretend it's the clarinet." What? What? Guys, I've seen this dude do this before to other students. It's why I was so scared and why I didn't want to go to class because it's so embarrassing. And it's just so awkward. It's like, what do you mean use a pencil and pretend it's my clarinet? Are you okay? Like, oh my god, you guys. He was awful. He was not a good teacher. Like, I mean, it may partially be my fault for like not understanding clarinet cuz I was kind of dumb, but honestly, he could never really teach me as well as my other teachers, and he would just outright embarrass you. Like, he would not just say like, "Okay, here's a pencil, pretend it's your clarinet for the class." Like, no, like he would call you out all class and be like, "Well, if you just hadn't forgotten your clarinet, if you just hadn't done this, blah 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 blah." And he would just be like really really mean to you all class and purposely embarrass you in front of everyone, let alone the whole time you are holding a pencil and pretending it is your instrument. It was the worst. I don't even think I made it to the end of the year. I'm pretty sure one day I went home and I said, "Mom, I'm done. I can't do this no more." And I'm pretty sure I quit clarinet halfway through the year because I was just so miserable. And I think he actually called my class one day when I didn't show up and was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I told my teacher, "Oh, you can tell him that I quit. I don't do that anymore." So I'm sure that came as a big surprise to him. But seriously, if any of you out there are music teachers or plan to be music teachers and you're watching this, please don't do that to your students. And if you do, don't be a jerk about it. Make it like I don't know, a funny thing, but not funny in the way of you are purposely embarrassing your student and making them feel bad in front of everyone. That's not okay. If it's just like a joke, like, "Ah, ha ha ha, you have to pretend it's a clarinet," like I don't know, just don't be mean, okay? Don't be that guy. But basically, I wound up quitting. So yeah, that whole tangent was from me explaining why the girl has a guitar in her bedroom, and I can't remember if the boy does either. If the boy's room does, I can't remember what I put in there. What am I doing, you guys? Why do you listen to me? If you are still here, we're 31 minutes into this video, or well, it actually might be shorter if I'm like finding sections I can cut out and make shorter. Thank goodness. But if you're still here, regardless of how long this is, why are you listening to this? Tell me in the comments below. If you made it this far, please tell me in the comments below why you are still here. I am extremely interested in your excuse, Sharon. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think anybody named Sharon watches my videos. And if you do, hi, Sharon. Thank you for watching. I'd say nice to meet you, but we're not really meeting. And I'm also waving, but I know you can't see that. So, hi. Hi, Sharon. Okay, I'm so weird. But anyways, guys, we are working on the backyard. It's nice and quaint, very small. I just throw in this little, whatchamacallit, monkey bars, that's it. I almost said jungle gym, but that's not what it is. Just throwing some things on the back porch, but this build is about to end. Hallelujah. Oh, did it cut off weird? Guys, oh no! I think it stopped recording stuff. What the heck? I think I may have accidentally cut something out that I wasn't supposed to, or it may have like just stopped recording like right before I finished the build. I'm pretty sure that I throw a sofa up on the porch and stuff like that. You're going to see it in the screenshots, which are obviously showing right now. So I do apologize that the video cut short like that. But thank you guys so much for watching. This Spacious Colonial is available for download on the Sims 4 gallery. Just search hashtag ItsNat. You can find all of my uploads on there, all of my Sims, all of my builds, etc., etc. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter at itsnat_game. I'll have the link down in my description below. Please, guys, if you are subscribed here, if you're not, click that subscribe button. And if you are, but you're not following me on Twitter, go do that, because that's where I talk to you guys. I like to respond to all of your comments on YouTube. I can talk to you guys more easily on Twitter. Also, I can just share some updates, I can make video announcements, etc., etc. So you are really missing out if you're not following me over there. So please go ahead and do that. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Have a great day, guys.